When I was in a few weeks ago at Aretha Franklin's funeral in Detroit, I observed that we were there for Rosa Parks' funeral. There were long lines to see Rosa Parks' body.
Yes, sir.
And long lines to see Aretha's body.
Yes.
But short lines is voting booth. That does not make sense.
It does.
We have some obligation to seize this moment. And I went to Booker Washington High School last week and Cedar Grove yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
If you're 18 right now, 18 by November 8th, you can register and vote this year, like right now.
And you can help make history.
All those in city colleges can vote now.
Mm-hmm.
If you would go to Clark or Morehouse or Spelman or Georgia Tech, for that matter, you should vote where you attend school.
Mm.
If you're here and your family lives in Memphis or lives in Miami, you should vote where you live, not where your parents live. Vote where you live.
Okay.
Residential voting gives you extra power. All those students shouldn't be just hoping for state student. They should be voting and demanding the right to vote on their campuses in their student unions. And also, 4 million blacks in the South are not registered. 4 million in the South are not registered.
Mm.
I'm convinced half of those are not registered because of literacy issues. They're not confident about their ability to manage the poll process. You have the right to take somebody in the poll. If I'm 18 years old and my grandmother cannot read or write, I have the right to take her to the poll and go in the poll with her.
And I can help her through the ballot.
You have the right. You say, I'm gonna vote for Savers. I'm gonna vote for whomever. You have the right to work out with her who she's gonna vote for. You have the right to go in the ballot in the poll with her. That's perfectly legal.
Okay.
And I say also often when I ran for president and people kind of laugh, my grandmother was not going to vote for me. Not because she didn't love me, but she couldn't read and write.
Mm.
And she was ashamed of going in the booth, pulling the curtain, and didn't know what she was looking at.
Mm-hmm.
The moment I had to take her to the poll bodily.
Mm-hmm.
And once she voted for the first time, she also served on the jury.
Okay.
For the first, she became empowered.
Right.
And so one thing that you can do, not only should you vote, you should take your parents to vote.
Mm-hmm.
Take your grandparents to vote.
Make it a family effort.
Take your uncle to vote.
Mm-hmm.
Take those who served their time in prison to vote. In Florida, 1.7 million new blacks who've been on the rolls, who's been served time, will be able to vote if we win the election in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
So stakes are incredibly high. So many with this a new South, tremendous new possibilities if we would seize this moment.
Absolutely, absolutely. I appreciate those words and I appreciate the information we need.
And tonight we're going to have this face-to-face conversation with the president of Delta,
Mm-hmm.
known employer in Atlanta's Delta Airlines and,
Yes.
and then the airport itself. Tomorrow at noontime, the minister's lunch and Reverend Freddie Haynes will speak to us.
Okay.
He has a lot to say and says it so well.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow we'll have our birthday celebration banquet at the Hyatt Grand Big Farm.
Turning 21 again, I heard.
Time about 5.
Now, Ray, did you plan for the voter registration deadline to be the day after your birthday? So you can get a good birthday present with everybody going out here and registering and making sure they can vote?
It works out that way.
That's what happens. That's what happens when greatness happens. I need everybody out there that can hear our voices right now to make sure that you do this. You don't do it for yourself. You don't do it for me. Do it for Reverend Jesse Jackson's birthday. That'll be a great birthday present.
Do it because we have the right to have college scholarships.
Absolutely. And
You have the right to have free state college scholarships.
Mm-hmm.
If ball players can go to college for free, why can't band members go to college for free?
Mm-hmm.
You have the right. You have the right to have. You have the right to vote for free college tuition.
Mm-hmm.
The right to vote for Medicaid. The
Yeah.
right to vote for so voting for Stacey Abrams. That's just a job.
Mm-hmm.
But they're judges. They're state legislators. They're
Right.
Congress people. A lot is at stake. And don't just cry about the Trump factor. If we win, we can put Trump on the box.
Absolutely. Now, I know you push for this type of equality throughout basically your whole run for us to be able to get out here and vote. What would it mean for you yourself, Reverend Jesse Jackson, for people to come out in big numbers and be registered and use their right?
Often the leaders plant seeds, they grow trees, and whose shade they may never sit. For me to plant seeds of voting and see the trees grow and watch those trees multiply is a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
I talked with Barack Obama one time. We were at the club downtown in Chicago working out. He said, when I was a student at Columbia and you were running for president,
Mm-hmm.
I watched the debate and you won the debate, and I said to myself, this can happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big deal to me. He said, I saw you debate, and I said, this can happen.
Absolutely.
So many ways, when you see Stacey run, this can happen.
It can.
If she can be president of, if she can be governor of the state, you can be president of Georgia Tech.
Absolutely.
This can happen.
It could.
President of the University of Georgia.
Right.
This can happen. You can be coach at University of Georgia. There's nothing we can't do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like this can happen. And that's kind of what that vote says. That's why when we got the right to vote, in slavery, we were not killed that much. We were beaten a lot of times for intimidation purposes. In slavery, we were an asset. When we got the right to vote, we were a threat.
Yes.
That's why 5,000 blacks were lynched after we got the right to vote, because the vote has always been a form of power.
Yes.
Independent. If you use that vote, the name of all your anguish and anger, turn all that anguish and anger into a voting booth. In big, every frat, every church member should register and vote and make it happen in Georgia. The whole world is watching.
They are. And for a woman like Stacey Abrams to be running and actually have a good shot at this, how does that make you feel?
It makes me rejoice because I know that if I send the Dr. King's tune at night, some might move. Because it's just such it's the point.
Mm-hmm.
When workers can get $15 an hour working for Amazon, in Georgia, half the workers make less than $15 an hour. When workers' wages can rise, and jobs can rise, and positions can rise, to be part of sunrise rather than sunset itself is a big moment. We say in church oftentimes, we've been doing it for the night, but joy comes in the morning. Joy is coming in the morning. This is morning time.
Yes, sir.
If we really vote, this is morning time.
Yes, sir. Well, 2 quotes you gave me have been basically helping me raise my daughters. One was them is make sure that you are present and not just have those presents. And I definitely keep that because I keep my kids all week long, and I appreciate those words from you. And also never look down at a man unless you're helping them up. And I've just been pushing to do that and spread that word to our listeners every day.
Deep water doesn't drown you. You drown because you stop kicking.
There we go. And that's another. If I make T-shirts, I send them to you. Thank you, Reverend. We hope that everybody comes out tonight to your event, and everybody get down there and make sure that you register to vote. And you can do it online. It's so easy. I know it's a click of a couple of buttons. It took me 3 minutes total. Thank you again for coming in, and I appreciate your time.
God bless you.
Yes, sir.
Radio, you know who you with.